been waiting for.
What's up, everybody? Hi, how are you? What's up, everyone? What's going on? Oh, yeah. Welcome to the late live show at night. How's everybody feeling? Woo! All right. Well, hey, guys, we get to start today with some Facebook news. A Facebook talk show with Facebook news. Imagine that. Recently, a man flashing money on Facebook Live was arrested on drug charges. Police became suspicious when he stated, "I made this money by selling drugs." Right out there. Wow, I can hear myself. Can anybody else hear that? That joke was so good we wanted an echo. The mother of Uber CEO Travis Kalanick died in a boating accident last weekend. She rated the ride 1 star. A trophy hunter was killed in Africa after the elephant he shot fell over on top of him. "That's my typical Saturday night," said Chris Christie's wife. A sex offender was ejected from the new Dr. Seuss Museum in Massachusetts this weekend. According to museum security, he had an unusually stiff wallet in his pocket. That's the stupidest joke I've ever heard. A man proposed to his wife during a game of Flip Cup recently, and they lived happily ever after till beer pong. Amazon, this is exciting. Amazon opened its first physical bookstore in New York this Thursday. The company was inspired by customers who explained, "Your website is great, but I wish it had a place for me to take a shit." It's my favorite part about Barnes & Noble. A new study claims that Texas has the highest maternal mortality rates in the entire world. Texas lawmakers are now advocating for concealed carry permits for fetuses. They got to protect mom. We had a discussion. Does that joke make sense? It doesn't, but we'll just move on. And finally, a new study shows nearly 4% of Americans suffer from food allergies, and 100% of them live in Brooklyn. Guys, give it up for Amanda K. Holstein on the banjo. Guys, welcome to the Late Live Show at Night. I'm your host, Dylan Fisher. It's just a little talk show we do here inside my living room. And actually, just a few weeks ago, we had an exciting episode from the comic strip. If you haven't seen it yet, treat yourself. Go and check that out. Now, guys, summer is officially here. It happened last week with Memorial Day, and I'm always having you guys reach out to me on Facebook being like, "Dylan, where should I go on vacation? Where are the best spots? What should I see?" So I thought it would be fun if for tonight's episode I took a little flight around Europe, visiting some of my favorite countries, and we just got a feel for the people to see if that might be a fun place to visit. Does that sound like fun to everyone here? Yeah! All right, let's go. I got to go catch my flight. I'll see you guys in Italy. Oh my God, wow. It looks so much bigger in person. Oh my God. Pope Francis?
Yes, hello.
Hi. It's nice to meet you. You just walk around on the street in Italy?
Yes, I live here.
Oh, of course. Well, that I knew. That I knew.
Welcome to Italy.
Oh, thank you very much. Is this your wife?
No, this is one of my beautiful churchgoer.
Bianca.
Bianca. Wow, it's a beautiful name.
We're here eating a nice creamy bowl of spaghetti.
Ah, creamy spaghetti.
See, just my grandma's recipe.
Would it be all right if I
Absolutely,
try it a little bit?
Try it.
That's pretty good, but it's no Olive Garden.
This portion of the Late Live Show is sponsored by the Olive Garden. Why go to Italy when you can go to the place right across the street from the DSW? Olive Garden.
Ah, sweet France, the city of love, as I believe someone said.
Ah, bonjour. Oh,
Hey.
Bienvenue.
Bienvenue to you too.
À France.
Oh, France, yeah. Oh, really?
For you.
Oh, thank you.
And for you.
Ooh, just like that, huh?
Yeah, my dad's, where are you from?
From America.
Oh, well, excuse my French, but go fuck yourself.
Welcome to the club.
Oh,
Welcome
right.
to the club, Blood Manor.
You guys just
Next
party
song
here
is
all
from
the time.
My debut album, Shelf. This iPhone always gives me gas. Everyone loves Raymond.
All right, I think I've had enough of Germany. I'll see you guys in Austria. See you guys in Austria. Oh shit! I must still be in Germany. I thought this was Austria.
No, this is Austria.
Yeah.
We are just exactly the same.
All right. I'll see you guys I'll see you guys in Britain. I gotta go catch my flight. Have fun with the dancing. Have fun with the dancing. This is a long plane ride. Hey, guy, I'm here in Britain. This must be my tour guide. Nigel informed me before I got here I'm actually going to get knighted by the Queen today.
Alright, so this is what you do. Alright, so now right down to the Queen, right, you're going to take your face, right, you put it right between your fanny, right, so you spread her line, you go down there, fam, and you're going to take your clip, right, put it on one shoulder, you put it on the other shoulder, and when you see discharge, you know you're going right, right? You ready?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I need to get knighted. I think I'm just, I'm going to head to Russia. Right? Does that sound good? Yeah. No? I'm not, am I allowed to go to Russia?
Are we still here? Well, if you don't mind, I'm
You knighted or what?
All right, I guess. Now I have to. All right.
I'll cheer you on, bro. Fam, do it. Do it. If you do it, do it. If you do it, do it. Do it right.
You are knighted.
Do you
sir.
see discharge?
All right.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I saw
Do
the
you see
discharge.
it?
I saw the discharge.
Sir Dylan Fisher.
Hey! I did it. I got knighted.
My turn. You guys are not related in any way, right?
No.
Come on in, Les.
All right, let's go. My plane's leaving. I gotta go. I'll see you guys in Russia. Oh, what's up? Just got to Russia. I've never been here before, but I was asked to be a witness in a traditional Russian wedding. Are you the groom? All right. I see. Here's the bride.
Do you?
Da.
Do you?
The
Marriage over. You look at wife.
All right, I'm just gonna go before the humming gets too intense. Guys, I'll see you back in America. I'll be right back in America.
You
Good.
Only the wants of this.
Thank you for not doing it.
Oh, I'm back in America? Yes? All right, we'll just assume I'm back in America. Yeah! Hey, I made it. I made it. Well, that was a wild trip, but I got to tell you, it's nice to see that Europeans are not just a bunch of stereotypes. Look, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. We'll see you in a moment.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Bud Light Lime. Don't be a beach when you can drink on the beach. Your wife just ran away. Bud Light Lime. Forget about all of your debt and all of your problems. Just keep drinking till you cannot breathe. Bud Light Lime.
What's the news, doctor?
Well, we read your charts, and you have Lyme's disease.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's the treatment like?
Okay, so you have two options here. Okay. Option number one is we give you a pill, and you eat that pill, and it takes away the bacteria from the disease, and you take that every 4 hours for about 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
Okay, and the second treatment is you drink a Bud Light Lime.
Okay, so what does the second treatment do?
Gives you summer every day.
You don't have cancer anymore. Bud Light Lime is summertime. Bud Light Lime, it's never a crime. Oh, Bud Light Lime, oh yeah. It is just like regular Bud, but this time with lime. Bud Light Lime.
Guys, welcome back to the show. Thanks to our sponsor, Bud Light. I'm very excited for our guest tonight. He actually hosts a talk show up in Canada called The Point. Let's take a look at a clip.
Shapes,
but they are all purple like this.
And what's this?
And velvety.
That's the G-spot.
Oh, and then what's that here thing
That's
poking
the
through?
clitoris. So people.
So where do? Oh my God, this is gonna sound so dumb, and I'm so sorry. But where do women pee from?
The urethral opening, which is, I think, represented as this little bead here, but it's usually a bit lower, right above the vaginal entrance.
Wow.
Have you ever seen Orange is the New Black?
I don't even know how. Like, this is so cool, right? Like, I don't.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yes. No, it's super.
Guys, please welcome to the show the lead host of The Point, Fred Kuhr. Hey! What's up, buddy? How are you? Please take a seat. Take a seat. Fred Kuhr.
Sir Dylan.
Sir Dylan, thank you. Thank you for honoring. I think I still have some discharge if you'd like a bite.
After the show.
After the show. We'll save it when the cameras are no longer running. Fred, I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. We talked about doing this for a while. You know, coming down all the way. I love it when people say, up in Canada, like it's so far away. But Toronto isn't that far away.
No, what is it, like 20 days away from here?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
we had to wait for the igloos to melt first.
Right, of course, and then you just rode in on a wave.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's why it took so long for Drake to become big. We needed his igloo to melt.
Exactly, you had to thaw him out.
Right.
Yeah. So you do your show inside of an igloo.
Yes.
Hey, I have a present for you from America.
Oh.
It's a Bud Light Lime.
Oh.
Do you drink?
Well, first of all, being a show based in Toronto, this really should be a Molson Canadian.
Oh, you're right. But guess what? This is a show in America.
America.
So you're going to drink what we
That's
give
right.
you.
and you're armed, right?
I'm very armed,
Right.
just like the fetuses that don't exist. So Fred, you're born in Brooklyn.
That's right. I'm a dual citizen.
You're a dual citizen. What's that like?
Well, I'm bi-national.
I mean, I'm a straight American.
Trump likes you then.
Yes, very much. I'm way safe. That's why I'm allowed to do this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can't touch me. You're born in Brooklyn. You're a journalist, a media
And
analyst.
I have to say, and I can say this because I'm born in Brooklyn, it's schwitzy in here.
It
it's
is
not this
schwitzy
hot
in
up
here.
in Toronto.
Well, yeah, because you guys do the show from an igloo. We already covered that. I forgot they didn't like that joke, only you did. That's when callbacks don't work.
Right, yeah, okay. Let's get into this.
It is schwitzy in here, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But we got a packed house here tonight.
I know, this
right?
is...
Yeah.
Even the balcony's full.
I know, right? This apartment is $10,000 a month.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's cheap for New York, right?
Yeah, very much for a balcony.
Yeah.
All right, so you've done all these things: journalism. You're an actor, a media analyst, an editor at Press Pass Q, and
Yes.
now I did my research. Well, someone did it for me. And I just regurgitated it back. And now you're the producer / lead host of The Points, a talk show that brings gay and straight men together to see what happens. What does happen?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? You have to watch to find out. I think it has to do with something with the discharge after the show. No, the whole idea came from, there's a lot of talk of the relationship between gay men and straight women.
Okay.
Will and Grace is just the most obvious example. But there has for a long time been that relationship, the way gay men idolize Judy Garland up until, today with, Ariana Grande or whatever. Of course, there's lots of talk shows with all women.
Right.
There's lots of talk shows with all straight men. I mean, every sports show on ESPN is all straight men talking about balls. But there's nothing. That's why I watch. But there was nothing that really bridges that gap between gay men and straight men. And it's funny because right after we launched last October, the New York Times did an article. It was I think it was in November of last year, about what they called bromosexuality, which is basically friendships between gay men and straight men kind of coming out of the closet, because for a long time, gay men and straight men were afraid to be friends or nurture a friendship for fear that, like, if I want to be friends with you, I might fear that you think I'm hitting on you. Or if you want to be friends with me because, you think I'm cool and Canadian.
Let's not go that far.
Okay, well. You might think, oh, what are your straight friends going to think befriending a gay guy? Well, how is that going to impact on you?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So now, because we've reached this time in, society where it's a little less taboo for gay and straight men to be friends. And that's actually where the idea of the show came about, which was, could we put a group of gay men and straight men together to talk about things like sex, relationships, politics?
All that stuff. Bromosexuality, isn't that also what you guys call football up in Canada?
Yes. Canadian football and American football have a different number of downs. I have no idea what that means. I just like the idea of going downs.
No, of course. Well, gay and straight men have a different type of downs.
Yes, just like Canadian and American football.
Wow, look at that. Who knew we could bring that all back together? Wow. Just culture yourself a little bit. All right. How did you find these guys, the guys on your panel? It's you and how many other co-hosts?
There's 6 of us total.
Right. I'm
sort of the Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar of the bunch.
Sure. Yes.
So what? Who cares? It's hot in here. My brassiere is sweating.
You've said that on the show.
I just love the word brassiere. It's like my mother. My mother says the word brassiere. Nobody else in the world still says the word brassiere except Joy Behar and my mother. Tito Faustino, who's my associate producer and also on the show, we had talked about... in fact, he's the one who insisted I wear a skinny tie.
Oh, really?
Today, because he said that's fashionable.
It is. It's very fashionable.
Thank you.
That is a great Tito's midpoint.
Yeah, yes.
Very handsome.
So, thank you. He and I had been talking about putting a show together of some sort for a while. And I had this idea for The Point kicking around for quite some time. And I said, would you want to be part of this? And he said yes. Then we reached out to a friend of mine, Doug Ben, who really is a behind-the-scenes guy. So he was our technical director, and then he sat in on the auditions, and he was, frankly, better than a lot of the guys we saw. And he's straight. He's straight. So I thought, Doug, would you, it was sort of an ad hoc audition for him. So then he came aboard, and then we ran just regular old auditions for the rest.
Oh, really? So you didn't know all these people personally beforehand?
I knew Tito and Doug, but not
but the majority.
Ori, Gordon,
that's
and
interesting.
Matt.
Because when I watch it, which is every now and then,
it's like I watch this show.
Yeah, I always thought you all were friends and such. So what?
Well, what's interesting is we've become friends, which again was sort of the theme of the show, the concept of the show.
Oh, that's interesting. It's funny. We were all friends when this show started, and now we don't talk to each other.
You hate each other now.
We hate each other. Yeah, we put it on for the cameras now, don't we? So they're laughing because it's true.
Yeah. There's comedy in tragedy.
Exactly, absolutely. And there's tragedy now in comedy. Let's stretch this out more.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, like, what are some of the topics you guys? Because it seems you guys have a whole range of topics.
Oh, well, the clip that you showed, it's funny because on the comedy, the last show you did at the comedy.
Oh, the comic
strip. You had a sex educator.
That's right.
And the clip that you showed from The Point is actually, our guest was Caitlin K. Roberts, who is a sex educator and ethical porn producer.
Ooh, ethical.
Ethical. And the reason why we invited her on is because there was a discussion in an earlier show that gay men know what other gay men want, kind of because we have the same parts.
Sure.
Like, I know what you want, Dylan.
What do I want?
After the show. But the straight men on the panel are sort of like, I don't really know what women want. So I know that sounds cliched, but it was kind of true. At least
true. They had to make Mel Gibson do a movie about it.
Exactly. Was that before or after the anti-Semitism?
I hope it was before. I would hope that, hey, this guy's screaming anti-Semitic stuff. Let's have him just hang out with women for 2 hours.
So I reached out to Caitlin, and she came on the show, and unbeknownst to me and the rest of us, she brought a vulva puppet.
Ooh.
Which is, it's like a plush toy thing, but it's a vulva. And actually, I had no idea.
What a vulva was?
Well, I knew what. Well, actually, no. That's an interesting. And I don't know if you know this, but
I don't.
Well, unless I'm getting this wrong, the vulva is like the whole thing, right?
Sure, whatever. Who knows?
Right? Yes. There's like 2 women in the room. Yeah, and they're up in the balcony. This is how you treat the women. You put them in the balcony.
Hey, at least I put women on the show. You put them on like every 5 episodes. Whoa, is this going to go down? We used to be friends.
Oh, it'll go down.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
let's play some football.
Yeah, I'll show you my pigskin. She brought this vulva puppet, and Matt Raffi on the show was actually the most, and he's one of the gay guys, he was the most intrigued. And that's, I think, what you saw in the clip, was him sort of going, oh, what's the clitoris, and where do women pee, and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
So it's
toilets. They pee in toilets. Now you know, Matt.
Yeah, so we talk about sex, we talk about other relationships, we talk political stuff, we do talk Trump.
Oh, you do? We've had Trump on this show, actually.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I think he's in the balcony.
Actually, no, yes.
Really good show. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up.
Yes,
I love Volvos. They're great cars.
Yeah, see, he's a big fan of the show. He loves the show. He comes to every one. Obviously, he's not doing anything else. And then what are, like, when you're seeking out guests, what are the type of guests, like, what do people expect from the guests?
Well, we expect them to put out. No.
Us too.
After the show.
After the show.
No, it's based on issues that come up on the show. I mean, we had a discussion on one early episode about gender-neutral pronouns, for example, which is things like the singular they.
And like Zer.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I really liked that episode.
Yeah, thank you. But we caught some flack because some of the people on the panel were, this is the first time they had heard about the topic when we brought it up to talk on the show. And let's just say not everybody was, yes, absolutely, we should be supporting this. And we got a little pushback online. And so I reached out to a local activist who's behind this campaign called No Big Deal, which is basically, it's no big deal if you get my pronoun wrong, but at least learn about the issue and learn to do it correctly. So the guest that we had, Lee Ayrton, uses the singular they as their pronoun.
Yeah, you know what's funny? My girlfriend, here we go, my sister.
Is Ivanka in the house?
My sister was dating a girl that preferred the pronoun they, and for like the first 4 months of them dating, she would kept being like, oh yeah, well they're sleeping, or like I'm hanging out with them today, and I thought she was dating 2 different people for like 4 months.
And you were a little bit turned on by that.
Just a bit. Wait, no, that's my sister. After the show.
After the show. Yeah, so it really, I mean, we had booked actually a lesbian comic to come on the show right after Election Day. And the whole idea, she was Martha Chavez is her name, and she's very, very funny. And the whole idea, and she's an immigrant to Canada as well. So from south of the border. And we thought it would be great. Here's a lesbian, it's the first woman to appear on The Point. At the time that we have our first female president, it'll be great. And then Trump was elected.
Yeah.
Now, Martha still came on the show, but it turned into more of a funeral dirge than anything else.
You guys were probably taking shots the whole time and everything.
Bud Light Lime.
Bud Light Lime, with shots of Bud Light Lime. That'll get you fucked up. Well, Fred, we're always trying to come up with new ideas for our show and maybe different shows to do, and we actually came up with a panel talk show of our own that I was wondering if you would like to co-host with me
tonight.
Of
course.
All right. It's called The Tip. And it's the only talk show bringing a gay penis and a straight penis together to see what happens. I'm so glad that worked. So what?
And that was we did not
rehearse that at all. I don't even think you knew this was happening. So what we did, we have like 2 or 3 people from our audience. They're going to come out one at a time. They're going to ask a question, and you're going to answer it from a gay male perspective, and I'm going to give them an answer from a straight male perspective.
Oh, okay.
Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
All right, cool. I think our first guest. Oh, here you go.
That's the point.
I think our first guest is Michael. Michael, would you like to come out? Hey, give a hand for Michael.
Nice to meet you.
So I have a question. I recently lost 2 pounds, and I'm just curious, what would you do to keep the weight off? Like, what's a nice tip to like stay healthy and stay in shape?
Well, actually, and you'll laugh, but a great way to keep the weight off is to have more sex.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
I also have a tip. Drop the fork. There you go. Don't you feel lighter already?
I actually feel great.
All right, cool. There you go. There you go. Thanks for coming on the tip. All right, I believe our next guest is Amanda. Amanda, would you like to come on out here? Amanda, welcome to the tip.
Thank you. So recently my boyfriend has said that I can't really make him come. Like I thought he was coming, but I guess he's not. So what would you say?
Wait, you thought he was coming?
Yeah, I guess it was just pre-cum. He never actually came. So
It's almost as good as regular cum.
I'm learning a lot. So what would you say is the best way to give a blowjob?
No teeth.
No teeth.
No teeth. You could do what I always do, is just put it in my mouth and blow.
Oh. All right.
All right. They did not like, I'm not your boyfriend.
Oh.
But are you his sister?
I am his sister.
All right, goodbye, Amanda. All right, I think we got time for one more audience member. Abraham, why don't you come on out here?
Thanks for coming out, man.
Hey, man.
Just quick question. Having some love troubles with my girlfriend, and I just wanted to know how to give a blowjob.
Wait. Give a blowjob to your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is your girlfriend gender non-conforming?
Nah, isn't that what everybody's calling it?
Calling what?
Just, you do...
No, I think this is more your...
I know what to do with lots of teeth.
Okay.
Lots of teeth.
Oh.
Lots of teeth.
Okay.
All right, well, I thought the first tip went all right, and then the rest of this just kind of really went downhill fast.
The rest of the tips...
Here's one more question.
The rest of the tips were just pre-cum.
So this is good. I think that's it. We're done. We're done. Fred, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm glad this finally happened. Guys, we're going to be back in 2 weeks on June 19th with our guest Mary, the creator and star of The Good Pie Girl. We'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Fred, where can we watch your
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Yes.
On, yeah,
okay. ThePointGuys.net is our website. You can also catch us on YouTube, youtube.com/ThePointGuys. We are also available on Reverie, Reverie.tv. It's the world's largest LGBTQ online streaming service.
How about that? Your shows come out every Tuesday, right?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
I'll see you next
guys,
Tuesday.
come on all in here. Come on all out. We'll see you guys in 3 weeks on June 19th. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Hey, there's Danny.